you'll be intrigued, maybe even challenged enough to remain from now to our conclusion. Also, it shouldn't take too long before you begin to see just why I named this series Awakening. For the last few moments, you've been looking at just a tiny fraction of the incomprehensible immensity of the universe in which we live. Scientists now guess, and it's only a guess, that the portion of the universe we can observe may contain an inconceivable 2 trillion galaxies with an estimated 10 to the 24th power stars, or more stars than all of the sand grains on planet Earth. Pondering the vastness of the universe will give you a good launching pad from which to begin. You may even end up discovering information that challenges your current worldview. Not always a bad thing. And to that end, you'll find us posing a number of what-if questions for your consideration. Hope you'll really think deeply about the issues that these bring out.
We'd actually like to begin with a question that is not a what-if, but a which one? You read a few moments ago 2 statements while watching the stunning Hubble star photos. The first statement was from the now deceased Carl Sagan in his television series Cosmos in the 1980s. The other was a partial quote from the Book of Psalms in the Bible. Both these statements concern the nature of the universe, but simple logic dictates that both cannot be true. Therefore, one must be ruled out, as any good detective would. This Awakening series is dedicated to the evidences that will take us deeper, eventually much deeper, into this topic. Hey, remember this guy? Didn't we sort of admire his iron-fisted insistence on things being logical? That's what we'll be asking you to do in this Awakening series. Think logically, but with an openness that will allow you to possibly challenge some of your past, firmly held preconceptions or assumptions. Let's start by pretending that the hypothetical comments you'll see in a second came from some sincere, questioning person in a post to the discussion leader of a popular blog. On the site, lively exchanges of spiritual views, metaphysical thoughts, and opinions are shared. Here's how this woman's comments in the inquiry might go.
Dear sir, I'm someone who has lived her life doing and achieving, but now I'm getting weary. All right, I'll be more honest. Sometimes I wake at night, alone as usual, and I'm edgy and restless. Occasionally, after a bad dream, I'm downright scared. From the world's perspective, I've been reasonably successful. I live in a nice home, travel a bit, and have a few friends. But I've begun to be bothered by thoughts of death. Up to now, I figured, okay, you die, that's it. Lights out, and the body into the grave and back into compost. A forever dreamless sleep, but now? Well, I'm just not sure. I suppose that's the reason I'm bothering to post this rather rambling message to you at all. In the past, I haven't given any serious thought to death or the existence of God somewhere out there. And yet,
And my answer to this hypothetical honest inquirer might run something like this. Dear Nervous, great. Being even slightly nervous about any potentially vital life issue gives you the time and opportunity to address it. I was actually quite encouraged to read your post. I say this because you seem to have come to a point in your life that I believe many thinking people down the ages have had to confront as well. Notice the sincere woman in our hypothetical post signed off as slightly nervous skeptic. Maybe a little definition will fit the bill here. The Greek root word for which skeptic is derived means literally to check out from a distance. More accurately, to our culture, the definition might be more like to question the authenticity of something. You and I might agree that checking things out carefully makes a lot of sense in our world, especially today. Like maybe when that bright warning light comes on in your car while you're driving. It's even more unnerving when it flashes too. prudence would dictate that you think about stopping and checking out the reason for it. So, a few wrap-up points. In part 2 of the Awakening series, we'll want to consider some of the deeper questions of life that we all probably have wondered about or puzzled over at some point in the past. Sometimes we pause and ponder these questions when admiring photographs of the elegant beauty and vastness of the heavens, or maybe staring in awe at animations revealing the unimaginable complexity of even the simplest cell. These kinds of things should certainly generate inside of us a deep reflection.
Joy, peace, fulfillment. Have you arrived there yet? Life, it was said long ago, is like a vapor, a drifting mist that quickly dissipates. Then what? Most thinking people have contemplated the prospect of death at some point in their lives. Hypotheses on that most dreaded element of human life abound, always have. Someday, though, we'll all face that last moment when the heart and brainwave machines suddenly register flat lines. As one writer mentioned in obvious irony, the death rate is still 1 per person. We're all going to make it. So we'll be taking a look at a few of the profound aspects of the incredible world and universe around us, and some critical issues that affect our own lives. Well, that's almost it for part 1 of this series. My sincere invitation, though, to those who haven't made a permanent life commitment to an atheistic philosophy might simply be this: stay with us and keep thinking.
In the next video of the Awakening series, you'll see just a fraction of the staggering complexity of the pre-coded information present along the spine of every DNA molecule in your body.
Much more to come in video 2. Hope you'll be with us again. But as we close part 1, watch now and be amazed.